Oh, happy Monday. Happy Memorial Monday. First issue, Monday morning. No power. I've looked inside here. No power at the power strip. So, chances are this has been unplugged somehow from the rear side, inadvertently. We use some backside of these games for some storage area, so somebody was probably spelunking and accidentally unplugged this. So we're trying to make our way into the cavern here, but our path is blocked. We have to go all the way back there. Kind of using the camera to see around the corner here. I can't see the power plug directly. So I've got 120 volts at the power plug here, but when I plug the power strip into it, I'm not getting anything here. So I'm wondering if the power strip has failed. And conveniently enough, this side stopped working also. So cool. So before we get too willy-nilly and start swapping parts out, I'm gonna see if there's a reset. Sometimes on these you've got a push button reset. I'm not feeling anything. The reset may be built into the rocker switch here. So we need to go see if we've got 2 more power strips, because I think both of these have just gone bad. Well, this is making even less sense. I've got another power strip in here. I've got power indication on there. But it still won't turn on. Weird. I shut this noisy ass game off next to me. But I can see the light from that thing was overpowering. There is a light on that power strip. Power strip was good the whole time. So we went down the wrong path on that. This one has no power at the power plug to the power strip. So my fat ass probably accidentally unplugged it while I was crawling around back there. So we got to go back in. I had to walk away from skee ball. I was getting a little flustered. So we're gonna jump onto something else while we're cooling off our temper a little bit. Uh-oh, am I locked out? Come back again in a minute. I'm in kind of a lockout, but basically, so what happens, you slide your card, it's supposed to dispense some tickets, dispense some coins. You play them up here, and every coin you play registers 1 ticket. It's also the start signal to turn the hopper on down there. It's not registering coins through the coin slot. So essentially, we're not starting our play sequence. We're out of lockout, but yeah, check it out. You should hear a ding every time. We're not getting that.
It's time to spin the wheel.
It looks like our green wire here got pinched, and just sliding around up in there and got pinched. I thought that I had a spare sensor assembly for that coin chute, but I can't find it. So we're gonna verify. We're gonna take this one and move it over there. Yep, it dinged, so that sensor's bad. We're gonna take that one and plug it in over here, just to verify. No ding. No ding, so that sensor's bad. Probably that broken green wire, or, well, it's kinked. We don't know if it's broken, but we can assume that it is. The log on this one was kind of vague. It just says motor bad. But we've got 10 credits. Let's go ahead and play credits. So our wheel motor works, our wiper motor works, our pusher motor works. Let me get the button glare out of the way. The conveyor down there is working. It's feeding coins, so the hopper's working. Huh. Let's check the hopper that collects the coins off of the conveyor. This one. I can feel that motor turning. So that motor works. That motor works. The hopper motor's working. Yeah. I do not know what to say about this one, other than maybe it was done in error. I know that last night it was incredibly busy here. Shush, shush. And sometimes things get placed out of service without really being checked or verified. You get into kind of a fight or flight mode, right? Where you're just completely overwhelmed. Maybe you're a little understaffed. And a guest will come up and say, hey, this thing ate my money, or something's not working right. Oh, we can't leave these on the floor anymore. We are forbidden from leaving anything on the floor now. So someone will come up and say, like, yeah, it's not working. They'll just put it out of service. Because maybe they don't have anybody who can take a look at it. And then we end up Monday morning here with a whole bunch of projects. I'm not going to do a lot of this on camera, but what I'm going to do, I've nibbled this back a little bit. We're going to cut back here below this pinch point, repin it, and bring it back in to the housing, and then we should be good to go. Is it a little crude? Yes. Are we under the gun? Yes. Nope. Wonderful. Failure, failure, failure. So we've got probably a bad sensor. I redid all 4 of the Molex connectors in there. That's okay. We'll order a new one. So I've got 120 volts here. It's going from the power strip into this board. Got another plug here. I'm assuming this is 120 volts out. I've metered it and I don't have anything going out. Let me shade the light here too. There should be an LED lit on this board, and it's not. So I'm wondering if that board is our problem for this game. And this side over here was working before I went spelunking back there. Now I've got no voltage at our incoming power plug here, so I don't know. I'm gonna go back and check it again. I already went back there once, but these games are butted like right up to the wall, so I can't really get directly behind these. Oh, after all of that, there's a power supply up there that went bad. I don't have one. It's funky, it's weird, it's not normal. We're gonna have to order it in. So that board that I was looking at on the bottom of the game was oh, those don't go there, those go there. Turned out to be the board that controls the solenoid. So yeah, then we started looking further, and then we discovered there's an ATX type power supply in the top side of that game, and we don't have one, so we're gonna have to order it or borrow it or something. But we did what we can do for right now. Let's clean up a little bit. We're making a mess. So DC Superheroes landed on our out of service list this morning as well. But let's see if I can get in there. The issue is a little more detailed this time. They say that it's not counting coins dispensed out of this hopper. And we took a good close look at this. It's all bent right there, or loosey-goosey. Let's see if I can zoom in a little bit. But yeah, something's not right there. So we're going to have to pull the hopper out, take a better look at it. This is going to be a bit of a goofy angle. Apologies in advance. But we're going to start by, not that one. Top 2 screws each side come out. Kind of takes our card chute out of, coin and card chute out of the mix here. I didn't bring any power tools this time. Going manual speed. That's okay. We'll get it done. Uh-oh, that went in the coin box, and the coin box is locked. That's okay. We might have a key somewhere. I know we have more screws. So much for having a magnetic tip screwdriver. This, well, this is a good brand. It's not very magnetic tip. That's okay. So we got that out of the way. Next step is going to be these two screws. It's our little retaining bracket for the hopper assembly. Okay. You know, I could have just loosened those. They're slotted, so that could have just slid right up. But regardless, next one is going to be motor power down here on the circuit board, and our sensor plug, just barely out of frame, but I think we got that. This whole assembly is going to come out. We're going to bring it back to the workshop and see what we can see up close and personal. We need to tear this thing down in order to get access to the goodies. So the first one, we're going to take top of our hopper apart. Power tools might be a better approach here because I'm growing impatient. Hold on. And then on the lower side, we can get this in here. Yep, there we go. All right. Let's see. Hopper wheel, coin disc. Take that apart. Come out, please. Come out, please. We need some leverage, some prying devices. What do we have? Let's try this. No, maybe, please. There we go. There we go. Ugh. Where is this bolt onto? Oh no. Have I gone down the wrong path again? Perhaps. Well, I mean, we needed to clean it out anyway, right? Hold on, let me get you a better view. I think really all we need to do is tighten that screw down. We may not needed to have taken anything apart, but well, while we're here, we'll clean it up anyways. So let's see. Magnetic when you don't want it to be, and when you want it to be, it isn't. Oh, that screw's tight. Uh-oh. 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 So I've taken the screw out, and the stud that this thing pivots on is flopping around in there. So that's not good. Whoa. I'm trying to do this one-handed. See if we can take the spring off. What other things do we need to take apart here? I don't know. It looks like those two screws. So that one and that one kind of retain this thing. So we're going to take those out also. Let go, please. Thank you. I can get my phalanges in there. All right. Oh yeah, it's a little knurled stud, and the housing has oblonged out. Super. I'm not sure we can fix this. What we can try to do, if we're careful, is maybe we can get a punch in there and like peen that edge over, close that hole down a little bit, and reinsert the pin. This might work, this might not work. Let's try it. So let's see if we can do this. We might be successful, we may not be. I've got it in the bench vise, and I've got that hole where the stud goes into right over one of the vise jaws. So I'm just going to try and give it a couple of tappy taps with a punch, basically knurl or peen that edge back in a little tighter. Oop, a little bit off there. Very carefully. The good news is, if I do mess this up, I've got another hopper. This is an experiment to see if we can do it, not whether or not we should do it. Let's see if this is going to work. It might not. It looks like I'm probably going to need maybe 3 hands to do this. So far, it's not working. But no. Punch, maybe? I can hold it. Ah! These pliers are not very good either. And some bigger needle nose. Experimental surgery here. I can hold that right there. No. Come on. Please cooperate. I've lost my bit. My little piece. There it is. Boy. Talk about tricky. Let's see. Hold on. I do have it just barely started in there. I need something a little stronger than what I'm using. Let me see. That might be... That'll fit over the end. Let's see if we can try to tap this thing the rest of the way in. Please go in. It's moving. It's going in very, very crooked though. What I need, let's see if we can bring in our little stud. That might work. If I can maneuver this back into position. There we go. So let's tap on that. Maybe we have a small diameter deep well socket somewhere. I think we do. Something of about that size. Yeah. That will raise my striking surface up higher. Please. Tone changed. So we can assume that it's seated. Let's take a peek in here. It looks like it did. Yay! Yay! Victory. You gotta be smarter than the metal. All of the screws and the spring has been put back on. We've got motion. We're not flippy floppy wobbling around, and our sensor flag is right in the middle of our sensor. So we're going to go ahead and put this back in the game and test it again. We should be good. I do have more of these sensors if the sensor happens to be bad too. I don't think that it is. So this is looking pretty good. Let me steal some coins out of the hopper down there. Stuff them in there. Motor's running. Trying to. Wonder if we have a coin jam. Yeah, I think we've got a coin jam. What I failed to notice before is that these screws are a little loose. Let's go ahead and tighten these back down. I don't know if there's supposed to be like a coin guide in here. I'll have to take a look at the other hopper, but there may be. That's our pivot stud that we just put back in. I need to go look at our spare and see if there's any guide pins that are supposed to be protruding through there. So I don't have another spare hopper. I thought I did. I've got a spare little chute. Those two holes there aren't for coin guides. They're the screw holes for the retainer plate. So our loose motor mount screws were jamming up the works in there. All right, we're back together. Let's see if this thing's gonna work. Definitely moving coins now. We are all good here. We played 100 coins and no errors, so this is good to go.